is what the attempt is.
Yeah, like I would recommend, just in case it does crashes, maybe do the black art magic again.
I want to, but I don't want to deal with it because I have to like move the console to my bedroom.
True. Okay, true.
And
in
then
that case,
stream it twice, and I don't feel like doing that right now.
I mean, what's the is having three different streams, even though it's supposed to be one stream, or one stream that takes a while to set up.
Exactly. See, this is why I'm like, if the game crashes, I'm just not going to stream anymore. That's my answer.
Because ArcSys is, I feel like ArcSys was not prepared for this.
I feel like they tried. They tried to be prepared. I also have people like having bad connection stuff, which is probably like my bandwidth issue yesterday. Currently initializing the match. I got 2 matches earlier. One of them, one of the matches I was actually able to play all the way through, and then the other one dropped out in the middle.
But still, you at least got 2 matches, at least.
At least. And no, the second I started streaming was when this was gonna happen.
Disconnecting?
Yeah, it's not initiating matches. Currently initializing the match. Currently initializing the match. Failed the match with opponent. What a shock.
Alright, just send out the tweet. Send out the tweet we're streaming.
You send the tweet, I'll retweet it, because I'm so much. Oh, hey, match!
Oh my god, something's happening! So let me go check if it's working. Let's see. Let me go check on the Twitter if this is also working better this time.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society.
By the way, this opening narration is part of the lyrics of Smell of the Game. I was listening to it earlier and I was like, wait a second, I recognize that phrase.
It looks like it's going. Yeah, looks like it's going okay for everybody now.
I fought nothing but Sauls today, so that's lovely.
Someone already made a video about the problems of Strive. The game, it's not, the game's not even out, it's just a beta.
That's the whole point of the beta, is to give feedback, but not to condemn the game based on the beta for a game that's not even supposed to come out till, like, late this year. It's not even like this is coming out in a month or two. It's heck of a long way out. We don't even know close to the full roster.
It's not like Fallout 76's beta, which that came out like a week or month before the game's come out.
Yeah.
We're not. This is the early beta. Like it's a very early beta of the game. It's an early beta to test out the what you need to change, how to fix online, hopefully. And stuff like that. So, like,
I mean, hopefully they saw all of the comments of "We hate the lobby," because nobody likes it. Not a single person I've seen said this is great. I was like, this is different, and then that was not necessarily good. But I honestly hate the lobby.
Yeah.
Someone was like, bring back the arcade machines, and I have to agree.
Yeah, go back to the chibi. Yeah, just go back to the chibi avatars and the arcade cabinets, stuff like that. Like you don't need to go out because special. It's even weird because like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus has the normal like Guilty Gear chibi avatars and arcade lobbies. But here, but for some reason, Guilty Gear try is like, let's go completely different than what we usually do.
Innovation is good, but also horrifying and bad at times.
Like how, like, Blaze Blue, we always did the same thing, but it was like 2D sprite chibis instead of 3D model chibis, and that's the only difference.
This match is running incredibly well.
You notice any, like, lag or anything?
Once again, animation lag, but input, excellent.
None. Okay, good. Again, that's the most important thing. That input lag.
Like, I'm not losing because of lag, I'm losing because guys outplaying me.
Okay, good. It's not Street Fighter 5.
I have a low rank in Street Fighter 5 strictly because of lag. It's a fact.
Saul wins.
My rating has been updated, but I lost. So I'm pretty sure I went down. Yep, I'm down to 4 again.
I'm not sure how I feel about this whole, like, booting you down system.
This is definitely the ranked mode. This is the ranked mode, essentially, is what I've figured out. Because,
yeah.
And it's good, because this has, like, been an issue in Tekken, was where it doesn't matter what skill level you are, you can enter any lobby. And then, so it's like, oh, everyone here is like a first Dan, and then a destroyer shows up, and then nobody can beat them. But then they have like if you win 3 in a row, you're disconnected. Or no, yeah, 3 in a row, you get thrown to the bottom of the list in the lobby, which is nice. But oh hey, another match connected already. That's good. I'm fighting Faust. Means I'm just gonna be creeped out for the next 3 minutes.
Mankind knew that they could. Duel 1. Let's rock.
Well, it looks like so far, yeah, you have not disconnected any battles in the game so far. Hasn't crashed yet.
Yeah, I mean, things are going well so far. It probably will change in the next 20 minutes, but...
Let's rock.
Probably not.
Faust and his scalpel is freaking scary.
How long range is that?
If you use the extended version, it can almost reach full screen.
Oh jeez.
But it's easy to block and get away from if you know it's coming.
Okay.
Oh. Faust, please stop eating things. It's really creepy. Like White Walls and Gaze Majesty. Why are you eating everything?
That was weird. He just ate. It's like he went home with the freaking ride watch. Like, all you need to do is press the button, man. It's not like Goku in GT when he ate the 4-star ball. That makes sense there, at least, sort of. And Goku's dumb, so that makes sense.
Oh man, connection got lost.
So you got almost that match was almost done pretty much. So at least, again, good attempt at least.
At least I got most of a match.
Hell yeah, looks like it wasn't for that last of the connection. It would have finished How many projects in the chat? Hey, connection's better this time. Hopefully, or hopefully you think connection's better this time. Holy crap, we have 4 people watching this right now.
Yay, people. Hi, people. I didn't ready up to get a match. I really should remember to do that.
Project is not human. Is Project human, Sam?
As far as I know, I mean, I've known the guy forever, so...
He said she's not human. Well, he said he's not human in chat.
Oh, I see. Another match. I've already gotten, officially 5 times as many matches as I did yesterday.
You mean the one?
Exactly.
Project, well, I appear human. So maybe Project is a cyborg or android.
Duel 1.
That actually explains a lot. Like how he looks eternally young.
Just like the Galactic's a certain way when he used to be other being. Oh yeah, fighting's watching now.
Saw wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Soul Bad Guy has the best name. The Project, he has the best name.
There's also Milia Rage, but I call her Milia Range in this game because her hair, man.
And Faust bald man. I mean, the last game had a character named Bedman. It was the guy who just in his bed who can fight.
Slap. Duel 3. Let's rock.
Well, I'm learning I need to be a lot more defensive with Chip. But Speed can't really get around everything.
So does Chip play similar to his Xrd version or different?
Roughly. He's a lot faster, so he has a lower defense stat.
So he's roughly the same.
Roughly.
Does he have the same input commands, or did they change the input commands? I know, like, sometimes
The
fighting games...
input commands are all different. Like
okay, so it's all different.
It's all different, yeah. There's a lot of people fighting it this time. I don't want to switch characters because I feel like that'll be a bad move, but I kind of want to switch.
You switch character, the game crashes. Look at all those people.
Oh wait, no, you can see entry character. Select. Okay.
Look at all those people wacky each other down there.
I want to go with my boy Axel. There you go. Yeah, okay, looks like you can just do it from the pause menu. You don't have to leave the lobby.
That's good. That's like, that's good at least.
Oh, Axel mirror match right away. Except the other person didn't ready up right away, which is concerning.
Axel versus Axel. I like how the
Maybe.
profile. I like for these profile things. They have, you know, you customize your avatar. The profile just has the generic avatar up there.
I imagine that it'll have your actual customized avatar later.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how this beta. Like, you think that'll be kind of simple to do. Since it's
Seemingly,
just
but
the image.
yeah. I know when I do the survey, it's gonna be like, any additional comments? Scrap the lobby.
Mankind.
Just go back to what you had in Rev.
Duel 1.
Just go back. Just do what you've been doing for every other of your games. Like just really cheaty lobbies.
Oh my god, he has a full screen grab?
Oh really? Oh
Yeah,
my
it wasn't
God,
me that
is
pulled it
so,
off,
like,
but oh my god.
So we went food shopping today. Like right, I just got home as soon as you messaged me. So we went to Walmart to get food, and my God, a toy aisle and that Walmart was pretty much vacant.
It's like nothing's come in.
Maybe because like probably is the case because like I went to like Transformers was like there was only like some of the new Cyberverse only Megatrons for class. And the new movie 1 Studio Megatron. That's about it. No, there was no generations. Not even like a single Micromaster or anything. Just none at that Walmart I went to.
Yeah.
And Power Rangers is just a Beast X King Morphers, and that's it.
Dang.
And I think like the non-transforming Titan Yozords.
I literally haven't been to a Walmart all year.
Like I thought like hey, the toy aisle's gonna be full since everybody's focused on food and everything else. So nope.
But it's like nothing shipping in, is I think the issue.
I did found the Dragon Star Beerus at that Walmart, which I was not. I was like surprised about because I got Wave 1. Wave 1 like was like 2 years ago, but still like that Walmart had Beerus in Android 17.
Wow.
So I got Beerus because Beerus is the only one I need from Wave 1 because they're probably gonna remake Frieza soon. And Beerus is actually not a bad figure, but I really hate he has no bicep joints for some reason.
Yeah, he's like oddly, like he's oddly not great compared to the rest. He's like one of the weakest of Wave 1, which is weird saying that with Goku and Vegeta there.
Well, here's the thing, like in terms of articulation, he's the weakest, but in terms of sculpt, he's the best.
Yeah. I had the figure art prior, so it kind of like threw my whole opinion off when I got him, because I needed him for the Shenron part.
Like, he's the best sculpted out of the way, because the rest are like, whew. But yeah, just articulation, like, he has like the same articulation as normal, but just that lack of bicep rotation, it really makes it. Really kind of affects a lot of the posing you can do with Beerus. Which is weird because like it was just on because like it's not like you could not sculpt a bicep rotation in him if you just put underneath the golden bands.
That's what the figure art did.
Yeah, so they didn't do that with his figure.
I got the figure art because they made a figure art release, and I was like, oh well, if I get release, I have to get Beerus. What will win? A girl with a giant anchor and a dolphin, or a dude with a couple chains?
Well, it's a dude with his 2 sickles.
Yeah.
I mean, in this beta, May has a pretty kind of broken attack, doesn't she? Where it's like,
it is, but it's hard to pull off. It seems because I've not fought anybody.
yeah, because if you do that attack, it takes half your health.
Okay, looks like I am on 4 again. Cool.
I wonder, for the hours this beta is open, is there anybody at the top? I wonder, at the very top.
I don't know, is anyone in 10?
Like, for the hours, this beta has been up, which is, only, half.
It really keeps, I keep thinking, oh, I should get a glass cabinets for my stuff from, order them from IKEA or something, and then I see people, almost daily where it's so my IKEA cabinet just exploded on its own, and I'm like, I don't... I'd rather deal with the dust. Literally, the front panel, just, I just saw another video, the front glass panel just cracks and shatters. It's like they leave it one night, everything's fine, they go in the next day, and it's just glasses all over the place. And I've seen it happen to the shelves where the stuff's fallen through, and...
This is Australia where they're exploding trees?
Essentially. I feel like it's a heat issue.
It might be, yeah, because glass can easily,
I'm like, I'll just dust everything.
Yeah,
Less than I should, but still.
Usually, dust is not if you get, white shells, dust is not bad, but when you have, darker colored shells, you get the dust is obvious.
I hope there's no connection loss penalty in this beta.
I know, it's so stupid if there was.
They did that for the Street Fighter V beta.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. They forgot to disable, game lockout due to disconnects.
I know why they do that, cowards will, they don't want people to cheat because, they cower out or something like that, but when it comes to, something like that, why?
Mortal Kombat still has, the best. Mortal Kombat X I remember specifically. I think it wasn't as cool in 11, but in X, if someone rage quit, they would literally, their head would explode and you get credit for brutality, fatality, and a flawless victory.
Yeah, it's probably the best. Yeah, that is probably the best of that because, I know, with Splatoon, if you do that, you're, locked out of the game for a while.
Yeah.
But, again, that's just kind of the problem with that kind of system, because, if you just have a really bad internet connection, you're kind of punishing us for just having a bad internet connection. But, with Mortal Kombat, your punishment, you're not getting the count.
Oh, yeah. Oh, snap, I pulled off the super.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I pulled off Axel's. Oh, God. And now I'm gonna get hit with. Oh, I blocked. Okay, yeah, I made some mistakes. This guy outplayed me. Good job. I'm glad to not be losing because of lag. That's really nice. As I just accidentally opened the share menu instead of the pause menu.
Oops.
We're gonna switch to Kai Keisuke. Because I've seen nobody play as him today, so.
Yeah, I don't see that many people playing Kai that much right now.
He's got a super long range sword. I don't know why people don't use him.
Hello, Carlos, Kenizovic and Chet. For anyone watching, the 5 people the 5 people are watching right now, feel free to ask questions to us. I'll read them and we will answer.
I'll probably end up going this dead silent when I'm actually in a match, but for sure I'll be answering questions. Right now's a good time because nothing's initializing. Yeah, this lobby's very confusing, even though they gave, like, an explanation. I still don't understand how it functions.
Yeah, like, this is badly designed.
The concept's not horrible. Like, with players go up to each other and then they initialize a match, but
Wait, it's the same idea. It's the same idea as the previous...
It's just you don't even know if you're connecting with someone, because it doesn't even tell you anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I keep getting failed to match with the opponent. I keep getting failed matchmaking. Yay.
Let's see. Project, can't you just whack them with your weapon? I mean...
That's what I want to do.
I mean, your RPG's whacking when you look at other players in the lobby that are fighting right now. The RPG's whacking each other with their weapons.
I want to be able to straight up swing it at somebody and then initiate the fight.
Like, yeah, go full RPG. Just go full RPG. You're like behind someone, whack, and it automates the battle starts.
Exactly. See, and sometimes it'll freeze you and you can't move. That's when it's trying to connect.
Mm-hmm. Whack, a new challenger appears.
Yeah, the whole thing. When it freezes and you can't do anything, that's when you know it's trying to connect. There we go. Oh, someone playing Chip.
Is it working now?
I'm in a match, fighting a Chip, which... I wonder if these under the character quote things are going to change, because they all say the greatest glory in living lives is never falling, but rising... Yeah, living lives, not living lives.
Yeah,
living lives.
Some of these don't match the characters. I think that's mostly meant for Soul, I think.
I think it's totally just temporary. That's... Me. I know how Chip's weaknesses are. Also, Nate loses horribly because Kai is not a good matchup for Chip.
Yep, nope. I think I've heard Evo's canceled this year. Yeah. Did they?
Duel 2. Let's rock.
See, oh hi, Orville Jr. In the chat. What's up?
Playing Guilty Gear, trying to figure out how to use Kai while also trying to figure out how to counter Chip at the same time.
How's it been? Again, playing Guilty Gear.
Life is Guilty Gear.
Right.
Life is blazing.
Did you confirm Evo's canceled this year yet?
Not yet, but considering it takes place in the same month as San Diego Comic-Con, I'm gonna go with a...
Probably the event, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, Marvel 2 cursed us all.
They brought back Marvel, and now look what it's done.
Yep. And now I'm down to rank 3. The increase of entry limit is a sign you're getting stronger. I just went down a floor, you dumb butler. He's a concierge, but same
I can't
difference.
tell, is that a mustache he has or a mouth?
I don't think anyone has mouths, so it must be a mustache.
But it looks like a mouth, like a, oh, mouth?
Alright, I'm gonna be all casual and play Saul. Because I do like playing as Saul in this game, he's pretty fun. Alright, time to go join this crowd of people that are trying to get matches to connect.
Do they only have 2 colors in this beta?
Yeah. Which I imagine by the time the game comes out, there'll be like 30 for each, because it's... that's the usual. Alright. Bad fighting game ideas. What's a franchise... What... Here's the thing. Give a franchise a fighting game, even though they have nothing to do with it. With nothing that... It would never work as a fighting game, but what franchise would you give a fighting game to anyways? Just to see how disastrous it would be.
I mean, Power Rangers is a franchise I expect a fighting game from, and we got a good one from that.
Yeah, but then also that, you know, that's an action series.
Pre-Gear? No, Pre-Gear can work. It's like I like Power Rangers action series. Animal Crossing.
Have you seen Isabelle in Smash, though?
No, not just him, but the whole entire Animal Crossing, like, villagers.
If Isabelle can, like, murder people with a smile on her face, then everyone could. Pokken Tournament exists, so that's out.
Well, Pokemon's pretty much just regular Pokemon battles, just more, or just regular Pokemon battles, so that's already a thing. Minecraft, I don't know, some people, I've seen some mods where people play Minecraft the fighting game.
You know, here, we'll just, let's see. Oh, remember when Star Wars made a fighting game, but it was during the time where there was only one character with a lightsaber?
Didn't the Clone Wars didn't the Clone Wars try to make
Clone
a
Wars
fighting
had
game?
a lightsaber duels fighting game, which was an arena fighter, and it was certainly a thing that you could wiggle a Wii remote and pretend like it was a lightsaber. It was certainly a thing. I certainly did not play it to its entirety and unlock every character.
I like how you have to see people just floating, just like descending and floating in this lobby.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm walking on sunshine.
Someone just dropped out of the lobby and they literally just fell through all the floors.
He fell to the earth. He fell to the earth. He's not going to the center of the earth. The Earth's core. You know what should be a fighting game? A fighting game full of old 80s cartoon main characters.
That would be amazing.
So you got your Thundercats, your He-Mans, your Transformers, your Brave Star, your Centurions, your Mask, your G.I. Joes.
That would be incredible.
Your Zektars.
Sectars?
Visionaries.
Centurions.
Invincible. Invincible is Voltron.
That'd be amazing.
Chuck
yeah,
Norris
I'm still
Chuck
waiting
Norris
for Ed Boon's
Commandos.
horror arena.
I mean, it feels like NetherRealm wants to make one, especially with 10 especially with MKX especially.
They've essentially already got 6 horror movie icons done, right? And you can revamp some Mortal Kombat characters into horror icons. Like, would it be that hard to make a vampire and a wolfman and a Frankenstein?
Excuse the noise you hear in the background. I think for my neighbor to try to cut down their trees.
That's fine. I can't even hear it. There's so much. There's so much Daisuke Iwatara music in the background. I can't even hear anything.
Okay, good.
Well, I just got beat by Kai pretty badly. Really badly. Like, man, I need to step up my game. This guy's playing Kai as if it was Revelator Kai. Okay, I lost hella bad. That person's a Kai player. That's a long time Kai player right there.
Yeah. You should make another Ninja Turtles fighting game.
One that's good.
Bring back the Tournament Edition. No, not Tournament Edition. Tournament Fighter. That was the TMNT one.
Remember TMNT Smash Up for
I actually like that game. It's just the problem with that game is...
That game was weird. It was like, it's in the 2007 movie aesthetic with the 2003 series voice actors.
That game was like a weird Danny Crisis. Whereas like it's a 2007 aesthetic with the voice actors of 2003, but some stages from 87.
Yeah. Oh, and the art style of Mirage for the cutscenes.
The cutscenes.
Yeah.
And that weird, not Krang character.
Ultraminator.
Who was like never in the Telemetry series, never in the movies, never in. It's like that was just meant to be the Krang substitute, pretty much.
Pretty much. I think what else? Oh yeah, bad fighting games. Star Trek. Imagine a Star Trek fighting game.
Have you seen the Levi Lesson Easter egg in Power Rangers Beast Morphin? Are you talking about the newest episode that came out today? Because I haven't seen that yet.
What? Is today Saturday already?
Yeah, today's Saturday.
Yeah, I haven't seen the episode.
Yeah, and Chad, like, have you seen the Levi Weston Easter egg in Beast Morphers? That's probably from the newest episode. I haven't seen it yet.
I'll probably keep an eye out for that, but I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, it's from the newest episode. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet, so I need to check later. Then you can see that. Yeah, I imagine Master Universe like character roster is probably so big they could probably make their own fighting game, knowing how big the Masters cast is.
They have enough characters that they can have more characters than Smash. Because there's also a lot of palette swaps that would work, like, you know, Faker and...
Would they make King Grayskull his own character, or make like an ultra costume for He-Man?
He'd be an Echo Fighter.
Yeah, Echo Fighter.
Clone character sounds so bad, but Echo Fighter sounds cool.
No, they could go full Masters of the Multiverse. Have each version Adam be a different character. I mean, we could have like 5.
There you go. There's seven. There you go. Seven characters right there.
We have Rick. We have the 8 Filmation. Filmation He-Man, Pictures Comics He-Man, New Adventures He-Man, 2002 He-Man, Anti-Eternian He-Man.
And then you could have things like Mecha Neck and Extendar could be Echo Fighters, because it just has, you know,
Dolph Lundgren He-Man.
Dolph Lundgren He-Man's actually going to be a, he's going to be a Zodak Echo Fighter, so he just uses guns the whole time. God, imagine Zodak in a fighting game. Dude can just be in his chair the whole time. The exact reason why I want Metron and Injustice is just so we can have a character in a chair.
I want to see freaking Cyclone. I want to see Cyclone's moveset. I want to see how they do him.
Oh, he could be fun. And then they can use him for Spinnerella.
Yeah.
So we all know which character has to be unique. Netasa. Because who else tosses nets besides Netasa?
Thanks YouTube. So apparently Orville did not get a notification for his stream. Thanks YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
I like will cast a Great Skull Man be the secret final boss character. And that's like
that would be amazing.
And his attack is just swinging to cast like Great Skull.
Yeah, May's got some secret techniques that are really good. All involving Mr. Dolphin.
Yeah, they hit really hard. Like it takes half. I assume you've seen that those Twitter videos where like they take half of their health bar.
I just experienced that in real life, so I don't even need to see a video. I'm in the lobby and I can see myself fighting and then dying. Get up, me!
Whack! Whack!
I'm switching out of Soul. We're going back to
Thanks, Missy, in the chat. Thanks, YouTube, for that. I wonder how much is a Versa changer from Loopbat costs?
Depends on where you buy it, and it's complicated right now because you can't really import anything because Japan posted.
Yeah, you can't really import anything unless maybe like the only way you could possibly import maybe if a US seller was selling it at Amazon. Maybe you don't know.
Yeah, US seller on Amazon, eBay. But yeah, if it's shipping out of Japan through Japan Post, if you go DHL, things have been going through for DHL. Yeah, a lot of shipping's down. This is the thing that I always say when it comes to import stuff is look at the price, look at what you get, and decide if what you spent on it, or what you would spend on it is worth it to you to have that item. So it's like, you know, look at a video. Be like, okay, well, the base Versus Changer has one vehicle. It does essentially like 5 sounds, and you know, oh, this person's selling it for 80. I don't really feel like paying 80. But you find another place selling it for like 45, and you're like, oh, it's still, you know, a large item. It's got stuff. I'd want it for that kind of thing. And you just kind of essentially compare the prices. Of course, don't go for like the crazy over the price things. Do your comparative shopping. Look around. Find a good place for it. And decide if that's the price you want to spend on that item.
Yeah, this is why I don't buy the Japanese roleplay toys at all, because for the amount I'm paying from the actual toy price for the shipping, I'm gonna get a toy that only has to have 5 sounds out of the box.
Yeah, it's only worth it if you're actually gonna go for more stuff, because like with the Versus Changer specifically, like it does very little on its own. But if you're planning to pick up the mecha, then it's a good thing to have. Like, yeah, you know, I have all the mecha, and then the Versus Changer works with all the mecha, so it kind of like makes it a whole worthwhile experience.
That's why you got the Ryusoul Memorial, because you have all the, well, not all, but like all the major Ryusoul.
Yeah, I'm realizing now I probably should pick up Gold's Changer and his sword so I can get like the Berry Soul, because that's like the only other power-up one. Because I'm kind of. I don't know if they will, but I don't really want to buy a Guy Sulkin. I kind of want to wait and see if they'll do a Memorial Guy Sulkin.
You know, this is why, like, I do not like Loopat's toy line, because at least with like Tokuger, what they did, you know, the mechs are also gimmick. At least you had the Kenny toy versions of the mechs. So, like, if you
But
did not
we've
want
had
to buy
there
the
were
mechs...
candy toy versions. They're just miniature.
Oh, right. Oh, well, well, that's the problem there, is they're miniature. At least with the Tokuger candy toys, and like they're like the same size. Just you can't use it with the Zords. Which is fair enough.
Which was fine, because like, I actually have a few of the candy toys. Where I have a couple of them, but like, the thing with the Tokuger stuff that was nice is that like, I have a candy toy drill Russia, and so I put that inside of the, what is it? The Yudo Breaker? Yeah. So like, I just keep that with Rokugo's sword. So it just stays there. And then like, the changers came with non-transforming versions of those Reshas, and so I keep those with the changers, and then that way I can still have the Resha components as part of the mecha.
Like, with Tokuger's toy line, with Tokuger's, you know, with the difference between Canon with DX is you just can't connect them with the arms, but like for like Tokyo Rainbow, yeah, the final mech, you don't need those connectors. You just use the rails. And you know that's the same rails you use for the the changer. So
oh yeah, no, like my Tokyo Rainbow is filled up with like the Legend Sentai ones and like candy toys and stuff.
Yeah, like so, like if you like did not bought like all the DX like auxiliary mecha for like Tokyo Rainbow, you can just get the candy toys. And
I've always been tempted to get a set of the candy toys so that I could have Tokyo Rainbow formed, but then still have the bodies or still have the rest of the trains formed in like Tokyo Dio, because that's like the thing too, is like if you make it with just the deluxe stuff, then you have a bunch of train bodies laying around.
Yeah, corpses everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. Have you guys heard the voice actor of Jack Black Striker from Lupin? She didn't. Yeah, Keiji Farwell. He sadly passed away a couple days ago.
It was a little scary because he was Elidor in Gundam 8th MS Team, and on the day he died, my free character in Gundam Breaker Mobile was Elidor, and I was like, what the hell?
He had this like sweat emoji.
Yeah, no, like, it's totally random. Like it's totally random polls, but I was like, I was very concerned. But it was a little unsettling. But he was in so much. It's like he had such a huge legacy, and I saw so many tweets about it because it hits so many different broad spectrums of Japanese media, from video games to anime to tokusatsu. Like pretty much almost everyone knows something that he's been in, that's a hell of a legacy right there.
The bird frozen again.
Mankind knew that they cannot change.
Yeah, Lag Eagle's a little concerning for this, but
Let's rock.
I didn't pay attention to the guys fighting before this.
Who am I fighting? Who are you? Who am I? Where am I?
Yeah, Chip versus Axel sucks because Chip's got no long range.
Yes. Like, did he not have his didn't he have range protection extra?
Nope, his thing is I run fast so that I can get in close instead of being able to actually do anything.
Actually has those long reaching sickles.
Oh crap. He countered my super and he countered it with an ultra.
Axel wins. Duel 2. Let's rock.
Speaking of the VS Changer I got for 40. Speaking about the VS Changer, I got it for $40 of free shipping on. I guess you got it from Amazon then.
That's pretty good, yeah. That changer's pretty large. Like, it's not one-to-one scale, but it's pretty big.
Again, I kind of wish it just came with both these red and both reds, vehicles at least.
I don't mind that, because if you end up buying any of the box sets, then you have more. Like, I already have a duplicate red dial fighter.
Yeah, true. How do you? Because I there's multiple. How do you bought the patch toys? Because I know there's like multiple ways you get the.
Yeah, there was a lot of different box set options, unlike the core Gundam. Hold on, give me a second to finish this match, and I'll explain it. Ah,
I mean, you can for with
Essentially, what I ended up having to do was the blue and yellow dial fighters were like super expensive online. Like their prices shot up.
Why?
I don't know. I know yellow was always out of stock, and her price was high was because of her character being really popular due to being from Morning Musume. So that was a thing, and so what I ended up doing was that because of that, I found that it was actually cheaper to buy the box sets, so I ended up buying the Lupin Kaiser set, the Pato Kaiser set, the Victory / Siren Lupin Kaiser set, and then I got a Jackpot Striker later. So that, like, essentially I have 4 strikers, and so I got it loaded out as Pato Kaiser, Lupin Kaiser Rex, and then Siren Pato Striker, and Victory Lupin Kaiser.
So you have multiple good strikers?
Yeah, so I got 3 good strikers. Because the thing was, it actually was cheaper to get the to get all the vehicles like individually, because the prices in the box sets went down. It was actually cheaper to buy the box sets than the individual vehicles. And then I had to like track down Crane. Crane was for some reason super hard to find. I don't know what was up with that. And then Cyclone and Scissors and Biker all had to be individuals, but that's how I ended up doing it. So I already have like 2 red dial fighters. I'm getting a 3rd with the Memorial Edition, and then a 2nd Trigger Machine Ichigo, but those are gonna be different. At least they're painted different. But yeah, it's like a thing where the mecha doesn't. The mecha and the changer having the same stuff. There's not too many differences. Like the red Ryu Soul's like sculpted differently for some reason, but it's because they're manufactured differently. I noticed that changers and roleplay weapons are being manufactured in China, while the mecha is being manufactured in Thailand now.
Huh.
But they function the same.
Interesting.
By the way, Ryu Soul Changer is not something anyone should buy for more than $20 shipped.
Yeah,
does that do enough?
You should not buy that. You should not buy the Ryu Soul Changer for like under like.
At least the Versus Changer has size. If the Ryu Soul Changer is small, it does even less.
Yeah,
and even if you have all the Ryu
Soul...
Souls, it doesn't matter because it only properly reads the main 6.
The only reads the main 6, the main 6, right?
Yeah.
Is it Dysword Soul or no?
I don't know. I need to check a video.
I kind of wish the Ryu Soul Changer was always the red dinosaur. It's not here amigo, but it's like the red, dinosaur.
Yeah. I wish we had plates.
Like...
I love Aba Rangers changers because of the plates.
Yeah, because you have the same like. Already like whoa, what the hell? The stream went nuts there for a second. The stream went to seizure mode. The seizure went to seizure mode for a second.
Yeah, everything went a little nuts. I actually don't know if I won or... Oh wait, no, that's not me. I have the color too. That was a mirror match where I wasn't sure who I was because the colors are too similar.
So I was saying, freaking Digimon Adventure colon, they all have the same Digivice. All the same Digivice where it's like silver and the blue ring. I'm like,
but that was like it was in Adventure. Adventure was like that.
No, but Adventure, I don't mind it there because they're all like everything's blue about the Digivice.
Yeah.
When I first saw the Adventure Column Digivice, I thought it would be like Tamers, whereas they're all gonna have different color rings. So like blue was
I think
tight.
they will when they go Ultimate. Like, I guess it's gonna be like the original where they change
but
color
like
for.
I don't. Yeah, but like it makes. I don't think the toy, the premium bandit, is not. I think that's supposed to have blue. Even though it's like simple, like small ring thing you can take out. Like
Yeah.
Atmon got it
was
right.
gorgeous with its switching plates. You didn't have to buy 4 of the same Digivice.
Yeah, like that was the problem with other seasons where like the whole entire Digivice was a different color instead of like only a certain part.
I still love the Tri CSA Digivice. Like, it pulled off the multiple colors thing beautifully, and still worked within the context of Adventure.
Oh, have you seen the police section? The kind of bad was it the D3 CMS? Or that was a complete mess. Like, they released a Kari and TK version, even though they really could just release one with different swappable plates, because...
Swappable plates would have been nice, but they not only made those two, they limited them to 4,000 each, I think.
Yikes.
They were, like, super limited, so they were, like, more expensive because they were limited. I know, I bought both of them, but I would have bought
What's
all
worse?
the D3s if they'd made them.
But worse.
And then the thing is, the sound effects are the same. So, like, what I thought originally was that, because, like, I couldn't tell from the page, everyone kind of thought that, oh, you know, TK would have the TK and Patamon sounds, and then...
Kari would have the Kari and Katamon
Right,
sounds.
but they actually both have... And there's a mode
That's why
switch
people were
button.
pissed there weren't changeable plates, because...
Yeah.
The thing also, like, so those are cool. A lot of people have complained the fact that they're based on the Tri versions, and they do not have the Armitage version in it, right? It's only the...
They didn't go back and make, like, an original 02 version like they did with the main Digivice. Because they did make a Adventure 1.
But with that would make them try, but I think it's super in try because for some reason when they Digivolve in try, the color grips change for some reason. You know, that never happened before.
Yeah.
So that CMS is super inaccurate because since you can't switch plates, so when you technically make it Digivolve with that CMS,
When I talk about
not
inaccurate, the Tri CSA has them warp Digivolve. The Mega.
That's what we wish was in the movie.
Yep. That would have saved us like a whole hour.
That was a whole movie.
Excellent.
The
annoying part with the CSMs is they made like the Omegamon Merciful mode, where they added Mako but took away everybody that wasn't Taichi and Yamato. and then they made the new one, which is specifically the Taichi one for Last Evolution.
Last Evolution one.
And it only has Taichi and Agumon in it. Whoa, and the thing is, these things are the same price.
Woo, yeah, woo.
But here's the interesting part, is that the Last Evolution one is the first to go up on US Premium Bandai.
Why?
Because they were doing a theatrical run for the movie.
And then the pandemic happened.
Which just saved me a lot of pain. So I would have gone to see it and probably left it really angry. Because I already read the spoilers and I was like, oh god. Oh no. Actually kind of glad I read the spoilers after hearing that it was canceled. I was like, oh,
I read the spoilers as soon as they came out because I was like what they do, and then I read what they did. I'm like,
Duel 1. Let's rock.
So yeah, I just like that, but still like I mean, I guess it's less bad than like Bandai America keep releasing the Legacy Power Modes over and over and over again because they just get the same as the units, they have new sounds.
Yeah.
Let's release the movie morphers all individually.
But let's also not make them accurate and include the wrong coins.
Yeah, because like they came out with White, and he came with the Tiger and Falcon coin, but there's Rocky, whatever it was like Tyrannosaurus,
That was the only way to get the Falcon coin, because they're like, oh, let's make the ninja coins, but exclude the Falcon one, because screw you guys, I guess.
No. White's Morpher came with the Falcon.
Yeah, White's Morpher came with the Falcon, but the coin set.
Yeah, it did. It came with the Falcon.
I was like, why?
But even worse is, aren't the ones that come with the Ninja coin set, aren't it the weather?
Yeah, they're the weathered, so there's no weathered Falcon coin.
Yep. Thanks. But like when they were doing the movie morphers, like they had like Rocky came with Tyrannosaurus and the tribal coin.
I think so, because they the second wave, because they did a wave with white, or they did white, and then they did blue and red, I think, or something. Like they split them up for some reason, and I don't know if all of them got out.
I think yellow and black. I guess.
Yeah.
Well, let me go check. When were they released? Down Supercharge, or was it Downcharge that they were releasing?
I don't know.
I'm gonna check, cause yeah, so yeah, White, Legacy movie White Morpher came with the Falcon coin, the Tiger coin. And that was spring 2015 when that came out.
The real answer is that Bandai always wanted everybody to buy every product.
Let's see, so that means the rest were in Down Supercharge. I'd like some more first. That's Legacy figures.
I'm now ranked 2.
There we go, Legacy Morphers. So red came with Tyrannosaurus and the tribal coin. I want to say that's the tribal coin. Blue's movie Morpher came with... Wait, they all came with the tribal coin?
Yep, that's right.
They all came with the tribal coin. Oh my god, really? Seriously?
So that way people would have to buy the coin set. But then, like once again, there's no weathered Falcon coin. It was a shiny Falcon coin.
Oh my god, come on!
And there's really? No weathered. There's no shiny versions of the rest of them either.
Like, come on!
Bandai wanted everyone to buy everything.
Like I want to be as miff if they didn't all come with a tribal coin. If they all came with unique if they all came with at least all unique coins, and I'm like, oh, okay, there's a reason to buy it. But no, they're
it's not even the ninja tribal coin, which was a thing in the movie.
Yeah, it's the
Dino tribal coin.
It's the Dino tribal coin.
If you want to recall, there was a Comic-Con exclusive 5-inch Legacy Green Ranger that came with the tribal coin. That was the thing they were promoting. So they're like, oh, everyone get this because they only were releasing the tribal coin. Then proceeds to release it 5 more times.
Wait, was that the 5-inch Action Hero one?
No, actually it was the 4-inch. No, it was even earlier. It was right after the Legacy Power Morpher came out. They did a 4-inch. It was the 2010 Green Ranger re-released as a Comic-Con exclusive with the tribal coin.
Alright, let me go check. I'm gonna go check. Was that released during Mega Force then?
Yeah, during Mega Force. It was right when the Legacy Morpher first came out.
Alright, I'm gonna check. Where's it? I'm gonna check right now. Where are they? Where are con exclusives?
I'll tell you this much, and this is a weird sentence to say, I wish Bandai of America was as competent as Bandai Japan was. Because I think Bandai Japan makes a lot of mistakes, but they never really screwed things up as badly as... there's so many missed opportunities from BOA, like, they could have done a Master Morpher. That could have been their last big hurrah, but they decided to not even try.
Okay, with a Master Morpher, due to the fact, was it Jason, I can never pronounce his last name.
Jason Different?
No,
Jason Biscoff.
Yeah, Biscoff. He commissioned that thing to be made, right?
Yeah.
He commissioned, so
but it was
the thing.
But it was planned. But here's the thing, okay? It was commissioned to be made, but here's the thing to remember: they filmed the episode a year and a half before the show aired. The episode actually aired because they filmed so far in advance, right? And
they at least knew that to make the Clone Army red figure.
Exactly, which means Bandai knew about the episode, which means they could have repainted the Power Morpher and put it out as maybe their last hurrah of, hey, here's our final her final piece that has, you know, the Tommy coins, and it's like, because they, you know, they did so many Tommy tribute pieces, what's one more?
Yeah, like the Downloader, Zeo, White Tiger, Realist, white and green, and stuff like that. And maybe Turbo, since the Soul the Dragon had the Turbo coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking. It was the 2010. Yeah, I'm looking up. Yeah, it's the 2010 4-inch figure where. And yeah, it came with the Weather Tribal coin. So yeah, so that coin wasn't even unique for the Legacy Morphers. You know, I'm on GreenRanger.com. I want to see how many canceled stuff I can find in here. Was there plans to release it? Oh yeah, okay, it was. Yeah, it wasn't crazy. Yeah, there was plan to release a 4-inch Lost Galaxy Red for Megaforce's storyline. I remember. Yeah, I remember there was. Yeah, they were planning to make. They were gonna release because during Megaforce's storyline, they re-released the 2010 Mighty Morphin Red, right?
Mm-hmm. And white.
The white release white made more sense since even though that figure.
Because I never got the white from
rare.
the 2010, but I did get the Megaforce one.
I did had it though. I got it from like a. I only got it at a specialty collector store instead of a.
I bought the
retail
Megaforce
store.
White Ranger at a comic shop. Yeah, I actually just remembered that. I didn't find it in stores.
Okay, so they were gonna release the putty card. They're gonna release Alpha Zordon. Yeah, so yeah, like they were gonna release a 4-inch Lost Galaxy Red for Megaforce's storyline for some reason.
Yeah, that was because Lost Galaxy was airing on Vortex.
Oh, that's why. I was so confused. Like, I remember when I saw the Toy Fair images of Megaforce first came out, I remember that Lost Galaxy Red, and I saw no one was talking about that, and I was
everyone kind of ignored it.
And like
for some reason, the fandom hates one of the best Power Ranger seasons put to screen.
Yep. That figure got So I was wondering, like, why was like I know it's the 20th anniversary, so like I expect some anniversary stuff, but it was like.
But it was the only thing that was non-Mighty Morphin, non-Megaforce shown, and the entire reason was because Vortex was airing Lost Galaxy.
Which, like, usually they don't usually do that, because that's like I think the only time they were gonna do that, because like they never like.
That was the only time they thought of brand synergy as an actual thing that can be successful.
So maybe the reason why that figure got canceled because of the failure of the Vortex channel.
Yeah, cause I think that's what happened. Is like Vortex died before the figure was scheduled for fall, and then Vortex died, and so they probably were just like, screw it, we're not putting this out. We're just gonna do. Because they're probably already planning for Super Megaforce at that point, and they're like, we're gonna put out a 5-inch one in a year, so let's just do that instead.
Yeah, I'm looking at the figure right now. It looks like they just adapted this figure to the Action Hero mold. Yeah, it looks the same.
I mean, it's not like Lost Galaxy Red's like a complicated design either.
Oh yeah, the Tokyo vinyl figures, but they cancel half of these figures, but get them as Comic-Con exclusive for some reason. Oh, I like the Tokyo vinyl Robo Knight. Oh, I didn't release this one. I like this one.
they released a ton of Robo Knight stuff, but not nearly enough, I guess. It's like the fact that there was so much Robo Knight merch. There was, I think, more Robo Knight than Mega Force Red stuff. Because I have so much Robo Knight stuff, it's insane.
What is with Robo Knight is they, unlike most of the time where they keep the 6 Rangers, you know, into summer, his release day 1.
Oh yeah.
A lot. That was like the weird thing about Mega Force's storyline. Like they really had the storyline in the beginning.
It was like they were on. Like the show felt rushed while introducing stuff, but it felt like they were rushing the Mega Force storyline because they were like new Super Mega Force was happening. But it's like, yeah, your Mega Force line still exists. You can still spread it out throughout the year. But instead, they just kind of threw everything cool up front.
Remember the Retro Fire line?
Oh, I do. I found a few of them the other day when I was cleaning.
I actually like that line
because I liked them, but the articulation though.
Well, they at the start they got like, I think by Samurai they got a little bit better.
Mega Force, they finally had linear. They had symmetrical articulation.
Yeah, they kind of did try to see that line because they did release. I know they released Legendary Megazord. I think that's it. I don't think they released any other Zords after Legendary Mega Force. I'm checking right now.
Because that was the last one I have.
And then
like, I got Gosei
Down
Great and Gosei Ground.
But then Down Charge, at least Down Charge is the team that with just having basic 5-inch Megazords again that are like posable.
Yeah, and I liked it because they made a ton of villains, so that worked out.
I kind of, for some reason, stopped with Plizia. I mean, at least they did 3 out of the 4.
And I was like, what? I was like, did they not fit like Bragio? Yeah, Titano. Yeah, I was like, could they just not fit him into the price point?
Yeah. So like, and then they sadly, and then they stop.
Yeah.
No, that maybe because like I can't really see just how you can make a 5-inch figure of Ninja Steel Megazord. Well, like sacrificing.
It's amazing how they release like 100 figures between Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge, and then did like 20 for Ninja Steel. And Super Ninja Steel.
Dino Supercharge is the best toy. That's probably one of the best Iron toys in the last decade.
Like that was Bandai's best toy line I think ever. Because it was all them. They did not have any reliance on Bandai Japan molds.
Let's see. Let's see more Mega Force. The Armor Might line. The Armor Might line with the.
I got every one of those except for the Dino Charge Green that never came out.
The Robo Knight one's fun. I always find the Robo Knight one of the Armor Knight line weird because.
Oh, that one's so good, though.
You know, I always wish I got that figure, but I always find that funny when your parents strip. You ever wonder what Robo Knight's skeleton looked like?
He basically looks like a normal, like, Ranger body. What I did was I upgraded him with Goku.
Didn't they give the Armor Knight Robo Knight a hardcore thing? You take off his armor?
They really thought that one through, honestly.
The Armor Knight line, honestly, kind of funny. But it's like, the Armor Knight line has about the same amount of posability as the Legacy figure line. Which is,
same range of movement with less joints, somehow.
Yeah, because I have,
damn, Chip can do nothing against Axel.
Yeah, that's like...
I've been trying, but I cannot get around all that.
They need a 6-at, yeah,
let Chip throw Ninja Stars.
Yeah, bro, I swear he threw Ninja Stars and
he used to, yeah, but I cannot get him to throw anything.
But as I was saying, like, the Armor Might, the only thing that Legacy has over the Armor Might line, supposedly, is Legacy had double jointed elbows and knees and foot pivots.
But the double jointed elbows and knees didn't move more than the Armored Might ones.
And honestly,
it was more joints, but the same range of movement.
I still have my Armor Might Mega Force Red. That figure's so tight. The joints on that figure are so tight because they're pretty much using the same bodies as the Thundercats Classics figures. Those molds are pretty solid, like the joint tolerance. It's just the only problem with the Armor Might line was, they were like the mega super stylized muscular bodies, but that's it. Like this is like the fact that like the Armor Might line can have more accessories technically because they have armors and better painted weapons, and just more weapons in general. And yet didn't they cost like $15?
Yeah, they weren't too expensive.
They were $16.99 compared to $20, like Legacy.
Yeah.
What happened there? Oh yeah, the build and morph Ghostly Grave Megazord. That was like the import of the candy toy. Oh, no, I don't think it was an import, but it was like for the similar idea of the
same
candy
idea.
toy.
Yeah.
I think that guy was.
It's sort of like the new Hasbro Dino Megazord.
Is that confirmed to be like a model kit thingy?
It's put together from 3 multi-packs, so...
Yeah, but I think it's released in the UK, because I think I saw Shuki review this years ago.
Yeah.
Let's see, the conventions, the Comic-Con, white and green Morpher...
Alright, I think we're gonna stream for another 10 minutes, and hopefully I can get another couple matches in.
Hey, at least we got actual fights in this time.
Yeah, it's actually been going well. I'm just getting a little tired of
losing.
Chip losing. Yeah, I'm trying things out. And it's hard to do this with
which character? Okay, so like mostly in this beta, which character have you had the most success with?
Chip. Even if I've still been losing, I've won more matches with Chip than I've lost. Chip and Axel, I think I'm having the most success with. I should switch to
try Axel. We'll try Axel again and see how many rounds.
Yeah.
Because
I'm trying to do that full screen grab, which I just got beat up with as Chip because I kept dashing over it, but I only had so much dash available. There's only so much that you can like double dash over something before you're just trapped again. Because also like Axel has an up grab, so it's kind of a bad trap.
I always like how they call Battle America called the imports Sentai mechs. They released during Mega Force and Super Mega Force. Nippon Edition Megazord.
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty. I like that idea they had. That was a good concept. They just only did 2 and called it a day.
Well, because they weren't selling. It's the problem.
Well, the problem is that the prices. That's the thing is that was like, oh hey, it's sold at Toys R Us only. This is the thing that I've always said has been one of Bandai of America's biggest fallacies when they started doing collector stuff was
only Toys R Us.
Only Toys R Us, and not having an online infrastructure of their own. Like it took until after Toys R Us died for legacy stuff to start showing up at like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Like that stuff should have been there day one, instead of it only being Toys R Us. Like Toys R Us should have been like the physical retailer, and then everything would have been available online as well, because that would have spread the stock out better.
Well, the biggest question with that is, did Toys R Us help fund any of those
Typically, when there's a store exclusive, the store is helping to fund the product. That's why like a lot of the fan channel exclusives from Hasbro are repaints, and newer mold exclusives or stuff with a lot of retooling will be store exclusive to like Walmart or Target for somebody who can like afford it. But essentially, like, you know, GameStop does a lot of repaint exclusives for that reason. So Toys R Us, I'm sure, helped fund it, and then part of the agreement was that, oh, you fund this exclusive, we'll give you this exclusive, but you also have to carry this much of the product line. It's all part of the negotiations to get the toys in stores. Like, exclusives help drive things to be in stores, essentially. Mm-hmm. Then it sucks when the stores don't want to stock it, or they under-order like they did with Red Hulk with the Spinosaurus for Jurassic World. That was a disaster, where they stocked the Spinosaurus in such limited quantities at Target, and then Mattel was basically telling people, we can't make more, they didn't order anymore.
Hints what's going on with the 4 Racer and Beetlezoid. Beetlezords with these Walkers.
Yep.
Sorry,
that's because stores never ordered them. Which I think part of the blame falls on Hasbro for making it confusing. Because the thing is, they need to realize that the prices, 2 different assortments that say Zord and are $30. means that one's going to get ordered over the other.
Because they don't know that they're two different
because
assortments.
The people ordering from stores are dumb. Like, just assume... Like, it's not to say that they are dumb, but it's just they don't pay attention to those details. They got a lot to do. It's like, the people ordering for Walmart or Target to decide what's going to distribution centers to then go to stores, they do not pay attention to these things, and Hasbro cannot expect them to. That being said, releasing that Amazon 5-pack was Hasbro's solution, essentially, to retail failing the Zord line.
But I think a lot of people don't realize that retail, how much control retailers have with some companies. Because retailers would just say, we're not putting that in our store.
Yeah, they literally, they don't have to carry everything. They have to carry a certain number of products in order to qualify for an exclusive. But something like Beast Morphers basic line does not have any Walmart or Target exclusives, so there's no incentive to Walmart or Target to carry everything from the line.
But like, still, like, the reason why, I could be wrong about this, but like, but this why, from what I gathered, is, like, the reason why they changed Star Ninja's Morpher from the Burger to the Star Morpher, because I think I heard retailers just don't want to have a hamburger toy, like that hamburger Morpher in their store. Apparently.
That's correct. Because the thing is that something to consider is that that's what Bandai of America said. Whether or not that's entirely true, it's a different story. Because the thing is, it's all about phrasing too. Was it retailers said no to a burger morpher, or did Bandai of America say we don't think that retailers want to carry a burger morpher? Because it's two different statements that mean different. It's two similar statements that mean completely different things, right? Did the store say no, or did we show something or do we not think that they'll like it? For example, Todd McFarlane showed off Spawn at Toy Fair, and on day one he was like, here's my new Spawn, and people from Walmart or Target or Best Buy or whatever, their representatives come by and they're like, oh, we don't really want to carry that. Like, the Toy Fair is mostly for investors and retailers, not so much for fans, which is why we don't see certain things. But like, basically Todd got told by all the retailers, we don't really feel like carrying this $40 or $50 Spawn figure or whatnot. And so he's like, okay. And so he, like, the next day he's like, Kickstarter, because he got basically rejected by all the stores. And so that's how it became a Kickstarter item. So that happens too, and that's like sometimes stuff gets canceled because it may be a large item that no retailer wants to carry, and then if they don't think it'll sell online, they won't produce it. Like, there's been playsets for Power Rangers we've seen at Toy Fair and then never seen again. And that's why, because the stores didn't want it.
Yeah, like, I think a lot of people don't realize that, like, how much control retail... Because, again, companies need to release their product, they want retailers to sell... You know, buy the stock so they could, you know, so they could sell them and then get money back. Because I've been seeing, like, on Twitter, like, oh, how dare Bandai America changed the Burger Morph to this, like, Star Morpher. I'm like, look,
they did that for marketability.
Yeah, look, I like the cheeseburger Morpher. I like, but like, it's one of those like they had to do it. They probably had to do it so it won't shelf one, because if it shelf one, then oh no, we lost money.
Yeah, and also taking into consideration, like, people do say, well, like, why isn't everything just online then? You still need physical retail, because when was the last time you just bought something randomly online without doing any looking at it?
Yeah, you don't...
There's a lot of toy business done from kids, parents, and collectors of they see it in store and they're like, that's cool, and then pick it up because they're already there. But when you have to order it and ship it, it's a different story.
Because, yeah, impulse buying online don't... Impulse buying toys online, like there's impulse buys like for the video game on Steam and yada yada, but that makes sense.
Lightning sales on Amazon help sell toys too.
Yeah, but like in terms of like, you know, like with difference between online shopping and retail shopping. Retail, you can see the physical toy right there and decide if you might or want not buy it. Like your parents can either go, oh, okay, sure, I'll buy that. No, I will not buy that. Yada yada. But online, you have to, parents, like, you have to, if you want to buy a certain product, like most people will do research, like collectors, stuff like that. But parents, they probably won't do the extra. Probably won't do the extra work because they don't know what they're buying. They don't know what their kids like or something like that. So, yeah.
And they like the ease of return in the store too.
Yeah, because returning a product for Amazon is a pain.
Yep. Like, they'll pay for your shipping, but you have to go out to a specific place to do it.
Let's see, read the chat. Let's see, my games don't suck the game power employee. There's no new figures since January. Well,
There's been no new figures out.
Since January, so I mean, that's fair.
They don't do basic stuff, they only do lightning, and there's been nothing else but Wave 3. Wave 4 never made it to GameStop stores before everything shut down.
Yeah, if you remember, yeah, we can remember, like, even Wave 4 was out, some people, some stores are not getting because of the whole pandemic. I'm honestly lucky I found my SPD Red the day I went.
Yeah, that's like pure chance right there. Like, I ordered a Mighty Morphin Yellow from GameStop to be picked up in store, but, like, even before the pandemic, they were like, yeah, we don't know when this is coming in. Because everything's slowed down.
But yeah, I find it funny because that was like the first. That was like I went to that Walmart the day after my first day at my work. This is like, let me go see.
All right, I'm gonna take my last match as being a win, and we're gonna finish up our discussion. Then I'll call it.
Yeah, but see, yeah, I went to that was like I went to Walmart because we need to get some food that day after my first day at work. And I went to the toy section and I see that one lone SPD Red. It was like the only lone Wave 4 thing there. No Blaze, no Green, no Rocky. It was like just the one lone SPD Red. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, he had like a paint splotch on his chest, which is like, yeah, but it's only one there. I'll take it. Probably never see it again, knowing what's going on right now.
Yeah, like, so, I feel like we're like Wave 4. If you're looking for Wave 4 and there's a retailer online, like maybe Hasbro Pulse, that has them, I'd say pick them up online, because, yeah.
Because they're just not stocking right now because of the pandemic.
Yeah, stuff's not stocking, so Wave 4 may end up, like, not getting it. It may just, the second everything opens up again, it just, boom, it's everywhere. But if you can get it online at this time, I'd say I recommend it, especially with Wave 5 coming up in June.
Or earlier, depending on, Hasbro's past track record.
This is true, but this is why I order through Pulse, because they very rarely have their regular retail stuff come out early. It's their exclusives that'll come out a little early, but they always give you a heads up.
Well, so, hey, what's up? The stream must have success. No one crashes. And like the connection was actually pretty decent, right?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I had a lot of great stuff, and
So, I mean, you're gonna stream tomorrow, but that's gonna be early in the morning. So, what's your thought? So, for people, just in case nobody sees that early
in case I don't do it really, cause the next round's early in the morning. I'm not sure if I want to do it or not. We'll see.
So, yeah, give your thoughts on Strive, what you played, just in case. Pretty much now, yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Give your thoughts. Give your thoughts. What you like, what you don't like, and what they need to change.
Okay.
Besides online.
So let's do a breakdown of. I'm gonna see if I can go to the title screen so I can stop hearing this music, because this music's driving me bonkers.
And people whacking each other.
Yeah. So, essentially, the game feels good mechanically. It feels different for sure. It's definitely not the same as before. It's not the same as XR, which is fine. Like basically the game feels good, but it still feels rough. It's an early beta. Like, there's a lot to improve there, and I could dive into mechanics
like, people
deeply,
are like over dramatic.
People are always over dramatic. Like
the problem, I see. There's already videos saying the problem of Guilty Gear Strive, and like it's not even out yet.
It's not fundamentally broken. Like, it's still solid. I think the lobby sucks and needs to go. Like, the whole thing needs to just get reworked, because the whole lobby is just infuriating and confusing and frustrating and doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't even look like Guilty Gear. It's not even aesthetically good.
Like, yeah, the lobby, the UI.
I'm hoping the UI is just temporary, but if not, no, the UI needs an overhaul. Guilty Gear is very stylized and very bold, and this feels very generic video game in terms of UI. And the lobby, it's new, but I don't think it's good. I think it needs to go. But overall, I mean, they just need to keep improving characters and keep
Yeah, because like
developing it. But
all those like balance issues are gonna
yeah,
be
there's a lot of
fixed.
balance issues, but that's stuff that can be fixed later.
Yeah, like people are like, "Oh my god, how could they do this?" Like it's a beta. They're six. They're gonna patch it out. They're gonna fix it. They're gonna work on it.
Yeah,
And
and
this isn't like Fallout 76 beta where the game was going to come out a week. We won't be getting this game into like fall.
if that, because I kind of have a feeling that here's the thing, having played betas before for fighting games, I've seen games that definitely aren't close to being finished, like Street Fighter V, and then be released a month after the beta, and you're like, what? And then I've seen other things where it's an early beta, like Fighting Layer EX, and then the game got delayed because there was so much feedback of, hey, fix this, fix this, fix this, this doesn't work, we don't like this, and so, that's how it is. Because honestly, with fighting games, it seems like a first impression is everything, because like you have a bad fighting game and people won't go back to it. Like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite pissed a bunch of people off and nobody went back to it, even when the game got like its texture improvements and such. So I think that Guilty Gear Strive is trying to be more open to everyone playing, and in order to do that, it's really got to nail it on day one. So my recommendation for ArcSys is take all the feedback in, scrap the lobby, put a new lobby in, even if you have to delay the game to do it.
Just go back to the old
Delay
lobby.
the game if you need time to rework the lobby, because the lobby system is garbage. And I don't there was work put into it, but it feels kind of lazy, and it honestly feels like
the fact that people are floating.
the fact people are floating, but the fact that you can't even just like make a match easy. Like like the whole thing is, it explains like, oh, you draw your weapon and you walk towards an opponent and then a match initiates, except it doesn't work. It just doesn't work, and then it doesn't even tell you like a match is initiated. It should just be like you can walk up to somebody and challenge them to a battle, and it'll go into asking if that person wants to fight, kind of thing. It's like they're ready, so then you can challenge them. That's the kind of thing that needs to happen, because it's too wild and random right now.
And not the good kind.
But the thing I will say is, I hope they don't listen to all the people that are like, oh, this doesn't play like Guilty Gear, because it does. It's just
faster. It's just faster.
It's different. It's not the same button inputs. Like, I know a lot of people with fighting games, like I see a lot of people complain about stuff like, oh, it doesn't feel like this, is more of, I don't want to learn a new game.
Yeah, like...
And that's the thing. This is a new game. Like every fighting,
I'm getting Street Fighter 3 flashbacks with all people complaining about this.
Honestly, like the thing with fighting games for me, the most exciting time is when the game first comes out, and you just have time to just learn it. Like you spend like a couple weeks just training or learning and trying to figure out the game. Because I think that if it's the same game just refreshed, you're not going to play it as long. For example, like Under Night in Birth got an update, and I'm playing like each version of Under Night I've played less of, because it's mostly the same game.
Because they only just adding one character,
one or two characters, and something like Street Fighter V, they keep adding all kinds of characters, but the gameplay got so stale that it didn't matter how many people they added. I've played it less and less and less.
Like with Grand Blue Fantasy Versus just released their trailer for Zoe, the last character of the first season pass. But not only does it announce her when she's coming out, they are calling a new stage with her. It's the same name as she's supposed to come out, but you're adding new. They announced season 2, which has 6 more characters, and they said they also showed in the trailer that we're getting new story mode missions in summer and early 2021. Like that's that. So you like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus? I'm coming back to that game a lot since they pretty much plan ahead to next year for that game.
And honestly, the thing I know with fighting games is that fighting games should take the approach that Power Rangers Heroes for the Grid takes with its expansion. That's a tabletop game. Heroes of the Grid. It's a tabletop game, but when they're picking characters. The designer Jonathan Yang has talked about this, where he says, I'm not picking characters because I think they're popular or people will like them more. I'm looking to see what new mechanics I can add to the game. He's like, I picked Mega Goldar because I figured out a way to mechanically make him different than Cyclopsis. Or Zeo
Yeah,
Gold
like-
is mechanically different than pretty much every other Ranger. Like, it adds something new to the game to add depth to the game. And games like Battle for the Grid, the fighting game, does the same thing. Daishi does not play like other characters. Daishi and Trey are both rush-down characters, but play completely different. And that's
At
what
least, like-
fighting games need, is that you have to, like, every character you add needs to add some kind of new mechanic, because with Street Fighter, the issue is that a character goes in, they have a different moveset, but the button inputs are basically the same, and they do basically the same thing anyone else does, they just look different. And so that's when it becomes dull. Like, Mortal Kombat's been keeping things alive, because, like, Spawn changes up the whole landscape of the game and its balance.
Yeah,
Like, sometimes you need a
completely,
character to come in and throw the whole balance of the game off so it can be rebalanced to that new character.
We joke about, like, there being so many Gokus and fighters, but at least each Goku plays differently.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, base Goku is completely different from Super Saiyan God Goku. It's completely different from
And
GT
Ultra
Goku is a
Instinct
completely different thing entirely.
And it looks like Ultra Instinct Goku is going to be different from Super Saiyan Goku.
Yeah, they add new mechanics. Like, Kefla especially is like a weird mix of a power character and a speedy character, which is different than, you know, she's got like the speed of 17 but like the strength of Broly.
I mean, you might be technical, like Gogeta and Vegeta, they technically don't really need to feel that different, but they are.
Yeah, they're built completely differently. Like, that's the essence of what fighting games should do. So, I mean, Guilty Gear, I think, is on that track. Like, every character plays different in this. No two characters played the same out of the 7, so that's a good sign. And so I hope they keep that going. And I hope that this keeps to be really, really interesting as we continue forward. So I'm going to fill out that survey probably. We'll see if I play tomorrow. If not, I'll fill out the survey.
Yeah, so
and see how that
if
goes.
we don't play tomorrow, next time we will stream will probably be next Saturday because you got a certain code, didn't you?
Yes, Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme versus Maxi Boost On's closed network test is happening next Saturday, the 25th, from I think it's 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not sure what time I'm streaming yet. I'm going to try to figure that out, but that is Saturday the 25th, so that's a week from today. I'll be streaming probably a bunch of that, because that's a finished game that just needs to test its servers, whereas this is a beta for a game that's still in development, so it should be a completely different experience in that regard.
Hopefully, let's hope we can actually stream the game in that, because we tried to stream New Gundam Breaker last night, and
yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, hopefully they've realized that especially with a competitive game, you need unblocking. Because the thing is, like, Gundam Battle Operations not blocked either, because they didn't put any anime music in it. And
okay, good.
Yeah, and I know that
isn't the anime music for Extreme Versus pre-order only?
It's Premium Sound Edition, which means there's a separate edition that has music in Japan. I know Gundam Versus had it all bundled together, but that was the same in both. In all regions, essentially, all regions came with the music, and it was all defaulted to that. So I'm hoping they're a little smarter than they were with the previous games, because I know that the Japanese PS4 version of SD Gundam G Generation Cross Rays was able to be streamed because the anime music was able to be turned off. So we'll see. Well, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. Actually, I probably should just go check the beta client, because it should block it if it's going to be an issue ahead of time. Because with Gundam Versus and with New Gundam Breaker, it's as soon as you open the game, it says it's a block scene. Kind of like Persona 5 does the same thing. And that's just so that they lock down streaming so that people can't figure out how to get past certain areas, because they want Persona players to think of these things on their own.
I mean, if all else fails, we could download the PlayStation Remote Play app on
It's
on
not
your computer.
compatible with my Mac.
Oh, never mind. Then. Whoop.
Unless I could get an older version of it. We'll look into that. But
But that's just in case. That's the next stream. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow Sam will wake up one morning. Maybe Sam
yeah,
will
if I
get
up early enough before it closes, I might play it. But we'll see. So
thank you everyone who
thanks for tuning in, everyone. Yeah, this was a little bit of a it's 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. tomorrow. I don't even know. So, anyways, that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you all later. Let's see. Yep, we will figure that all out later. I'm trying to stop the broadcast. It's not letting me.